Welcome to our Lenten reflections. This Sunday is the 6th Sunday of our Lenten season. And with this celebration, we are brought to the high holy days of our Christian faith, the most important events of our Christian faith. On this Palm Sunday, the beginning of Holy Week, we have the themes of triumph and tragedy. Triumph because of the victorious entrance of Jesus into Jerusalem. Tragedy because with this triumphant entrance, Jesus' passion begins. We have been celebrating Holy Week for over 2,000 years, and perhaps after so many years we have lost touch with the ridiculousness, radicalness, and sublime meaning of these events for us today. How much more ridiculous can it be that our God hangs on a cross, humiliated and killed like the worst of criminals? This is our God in whom we place not only our trust and hope, but in whom we hang our lives. Do you see how ridiculous this is? The Greeks of the early church saw clearly the ridiculousness of the crucified God, while the Jews declared the proclamation of the crucified Messiah a scandal. Yet it is in and through this ridiculous act to the world that God brings about a new creation. All genuine expressions of love are a risk, ridiculous, and many times a scandal. Yet, even when attracted by love, only a few take the risk to follow the crucified one. Then, we have the radical initiative of God becoming one with us. What courage and boldness in choosing to live the vulnerability and weakness of our human condition to the point of death. As Paul says, he emptied himself, taking the form of a slave, becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. What was God thinking? What motivated Jesus was the love that poured out of his relationship with the Father. What moved him was his solidarity with the human condition. And perhaps the greatest attribute that we can say about Jesus is that he saw himself in our human condition, in our vulnerability and weakness. Jesus made us his neighbor, and in doing so he offered himself so that we might have life, and life to the fullest. And how much more sublime can it be that in emptying himself and not seeking equality with God, he finds the hidden treasure, the pearl of great value, the glory of the God who sent him. Because of this, God greatly exalted him and bestowed on him the name which is above every name. Weakness and vulnerability are transformed into power and glory. Emptying oneself leads to abundance, and death to new life. What kind of sublime reality is this? Mystics call this emptying process detachment. Detachment is not the same as indifference. Detachment is rooted in agape love, a love that seeks only the good of the other for the other's sake. In agape love, we love because we are capable and willing to love, whether the other appreciates it or not, whether the other deserves it or not. This is what Jesus models for us. In emptying himself, he finds himself immersed in God, which allows him to give everything of himself. In dying, he is raised to new life, the new life offered to us. My name is Father Tony Díaz, Claretian Missionary. God bless.